Okay, this is 480 volt switchgear. For this 480 volt switchgear, we have to test ATS function. ATS function means auto transfer switch. Before going to auto transfer switch, let's see about the concept of ATS. Okay, this is incomer 1 and this is incomer 2. Here you will find incomer 1 breaker. Here you will find incomer 2 breaker. Okay, 480 volt supply will come from transformer like this. Once it reaches the incomer breaker, we have to switch on. Once we switch on, this supply will come to bus A. Okay, same like this, transformer voltage 480 volt will come here. Once we switch on the breaker, supply from line will go to bus will energize. Once we switch on the breaker, supply will energize the bus B. Okay, now we switch on the breaker, incomer 1 breaker as well as incomer 2 breaker. So bus A energized and bus B also energized. This tie will remain open. Okay, before one thing, breaker before will be called as line voltage. Okay, breaker after will called as bus voltage. So this bus voltage will be taken for this voltmeter. Okay, and this you can see in 3-line diagram very clearly. Okay, see here, this is 3-line diagram. So here breaker before will be called as bus voltage. This bus voltage is measured by this relay. See here, this bus will be connected to this VT. Okay, this VT will connected to this relay. So once you give the power supply, the voltage which is shown in this relay is called as line voltage. Okay, for bus voltage, this VT will from bus we will connect some wires to this VT, and this VT will go to here, and in voltmeter it will show bus voltage. Okay, so relay will show the line voltage. Once breaker closed, after bus energized, bus voltage will show in this voltmeter. This we will see in real time. Okay, so okay, see now, once we energize this bus A through incomer 1, next we energize this bus B through incomer B. So if any power loss, suppose if this breaker, this transformer incomer 1 breaker is tripped, this will be de-energized, bus A will be de-energized. So bus A connected loads will be affected. So that should not be happen. For that, this breaker, tie breaker should automatically close. So if incomer 1 power loss, this breaker will trip. At that time, this tie breaker should automatically close, so that this incomer 2 supply will transfer to bus A through this tie. If suppose this incomer 2 tripped, this bus will be dead. That time this tie breaker will automatically close. Once this tie breaker automatically close, this incomer A breaker supply will transfer to bus B. So bus B load will not be get affected. Okay, this is ATS function. So this ATS function is called as, now here you can see here I have elaborated and I have explained very clearly. So suppose if it is normal condition, that is incomer A and incomer B power available, normal condition, that time incomer A CB close, incomer B CB also close. Okay, that time tie breaker will remain open. Okay, if power loss in incomer A, if power loss in incomer A CB will be tripped. Okay, incomer A CB will be tripped. So incomer A CB close to go open. That time bus tie will automatically will close. From open to it will go to close. Okay, same in other condition. Suppose incomer B supply cut. That time incomer B supply cut. That time CB will be close to open. Okay, so that time automatically tie breaker will close. Okay, so as usual incomer A breaker will be remain closed. So once incomer B supply cut, this breaker will be open, so tie breaker will be closed. So incomer A power will transfer to incomer B through bus tie. Okay, this is in auto mode. If it is in manual mode, if power supply cut in incomer A breaker will open and tie breaker also remain open, it will not close. So what will happen, incomer A bus will be dead. The incomer A load, all outgoing feeders will be disconnected. Okay, so better you put in auto mode. if you put in auto mode, this tie breaker will be automatically closed if incomer A power fails. Okay, so this is the ATS mode in auto mode. Okay, this function we will check in actual. So for this you have to give 3-phase supply, 2 3-phase supply. One 3-phase supply you have to give for incomer A and other supply you have to give for incomer B. Okay, for that you have to make a arrangement like this. From generator you have to take 380 volt 3-phase supply in MCB. From MCB you have to divide 2 MCB. Okay, like this. Okay, so this MCB will connected to incomer A and this MCB will be connected to incomer B. This also you can see in actual. Okay, so same like this you have to take 125 volt DC supply. That is same like this, one common MCB you have to take. From this common MCB you have to divide into 2. Okay, after this you divided, this MCB one supply will go to incomer A switchgear and other MCB supply will go to incomer B switchgear. Okay, this 125 volt is for relay operation and breaker open close operation will be used. Okay, this is main supply, 3-phase AC voltage is main supply. Okay, now we will see this arrangement in actual. Okay, so I have also made this one, you can see this one also. So suppose incomer A power fails, this bus will be dead. Okay, that time automatically tie breaker will be closed. So once tie breaker close, this incomer B supply will extend to incomer A. If suppose incomer B supply is failed, this bus will be dead. Okay, that time automatically this tie breaker will close and incomer A supply will be transferred to incomer B. So for this I have clearly shown this manual mode and auto mode. You can see here this condition, all condition I have clearly shown here. Okay, you can see this one also. So now we will see the setup. Okay, this is the setup we have arranged for here. So this is our generator supply, this is coming from generator. From here this is our main MCB. From here we divided into 2 supply like this. So this will go for incomer A and this will go for incomer B. So incomer switchgear we connected this one backside, this is also we connected. So this is DC voltage, this is from rectifier we connected. So once this is master MCB, once you switch on, this will divide it into 2 MCB. So here this will be connected to incomer A and this will be connected to incomer B. Okay, like this. Before you giving the supply to switchgear, you have to check the voltage whether it is 380 volt or not. Then also you have to check phase sequence, L1, L2, L3. According to L1 this sequence is available or not. If you give the wrong phase sequence, this function will give some malfunction. Okay, so ATS function will be problem. So see here, this is our phase sequence meter. This phase sequence meter you can check the phase sequence. Now this is L3. L3 you should connect in 3-phase line 3 phase. Okay, connect here, front side connect, input side. Okay, connect. Okay, touch. Now this is in clockwise direction. This clockwise direction meaning this phase sequence is correct. Okay, also you have to check the voltage how much available. So first put in AC voltage, check this here, phase to phase check, phase to phase check. Okay, 3-phase voltage you have to check. So RY is 380 volt. Next, so BC is 380 volt. Next CA, that is okay, this will also 380 volt. Okay, so we confirm the phase sequence as well as voltage. So this is 125 volt DC supply. Okay, this one also check, 125 volt DC supply. Okay, this is 125 volt DC supply. So here we arrange the 125 DC supply. Okay, finish. Okay. So now this bus is de-energized condition, no supply, nothing. So before that I will show you this connection. So this supply will be connected to incomer 1. So here you see our switchgear backside. So this is our switchgear backside. We connected incomer supply. incoming supply, that is 380 volt. This is how we connected, and this is bus tie. Same like this for incomer 2 also we connected. Okay, this is incomer 1 we connected. Okay, this is our switchgear. For this switchgear only we are going to test now ATS function. Okay, we are going to test ATS function for this switchgear. Okay, now this DC supply we connected according to scheme. Okay, see here, this is our DC supply we connected here. Here 125 volt DC supply will come. Once you switch on this MCB, it will go for all other equipments. Okay, so now we will switch on the DC supply for incomer 1. By incomer 1 DC supply on DC supply. Okay, here he switch on the DC supply. Now it is DC supply came. So this relay, incomer 1 relay and tie relay will be together on, because our DC supply which is coming to incomer 1 will go to tie also. Okay, and incomer 2 DC supply is only for incomer 2, not for tie. Okay, now switch on to incomer 2 DC supply. Okay, now he switch on the DC supply for incomer 2. Now we give the control supply 125 volt DC supply. Now we have to give the main voltage. Okay, now incomer 1 AC supply on incomer 1. Okay, now he give incomer 1 AC supply. Okay, now breaker is in off condition, so voltage will come to downside, so that is line voltage. This line voltage you can see here. Okay, AB 380 volt, BC and CA, this is line voltage. Now bus voltage will not come because we didn't switch on the breaker. Once we close the breaker, our supply line voltage will go to bus, and this voltmeter will show us the bus voltage. Okay, now see, we will close this breaker. Now we closed this breaker, so we closed this breaker, and voltage 380 volt is coming in voltmeter. You can check in all other combinations, that is RY, YB, BC, all is 380 volt, that is 3-phase supply. Okay, now incomer 2 AC supply on. For incomer 2 give the supply. Okay, now he switch on the incomer 2 AC supply. So our AC supply is coming to incomer 2 downside. So this one is called line voltage. This line voltage you can see here. Okay, okay, this is our line voltage. This is our line voltage. Here in tie also you can see. Okay, you see bus A voltage is 381, like this you can see, because only bus A you can see the bus voltage. For bus B there is no voltage, because we didn't close the incomer 2 until now. Okay, once we close the incomer 2, you will see the bus voltage also. Now here our SLD is mimic is only breaker, incomer 1 breaker closed condition. Once we close incomer 2, this will also will be dark. Okay, by incomer 2 close, here breaker close. Okay, yeah, now incomer 2 breaker closed. So incomer 2 bus voltage also here coming, you can see face to face voltage all okay. So here also particular relay you can see this face to face voltage, everything is okay. Okay, everything is okay. So now in mimic also you can see this, both breaker is now in closed condition. Okay, now we are going to check the ATS function. To check this ATS function, we will make power loss for incomer 1. Once incomer 1 power loss, this breaker will trip and tie will close automatically. That is our ATS function. For that you have to put this one in auto mode. So make sure this one is in auto mode. Okay, now here also check sync permissive. Okay, this is also now in good condition. So both bus voltage here is checked. Okay, So now we will make the power loss for incomer 1 by incomer 1 supply off, AC voltage, okay, off. Now incomer 1 AC voltage off, this breaker will trip and tie breaker will close automatically, okay. So now incomer B supply will come to tie, and this through this tie incomer 1 is energized, okay. This is automatically done. This is ATS. Now once, okay, now incomer 1 supply give on, okay. Now again we give incomer 1 supply. This time this will not automatically on, only we have to go near to incomer breaker, sorry, tie breaker, and we have to on, because manual restoration only possible, automatic restoration not possible. So now here incomer tie closed and incomer 2 closed. This incomer 1 is now open condition, but supply available. Downside we already give supply, okay. So now what we have to do, we have to go for here, and this is manual operation. Manual mode we have to put. Next, once manual mode we put, we have to put, this is trip selector switch. This is for incomer 1, and this is for tie breaker, and this is for incomer 2, okay. In which position we are putting, according to that, that breaker will trip. If you put this one in incomer 1 will trip. If you put this one in incomer 2 will trip. Now we put in incomer 3, okay. So now we already give the power supply. Now I will close this one. Once I close this one, incomer A, that is incomer 1, tie breaker will automatically trip. Now see, by close this breaker, incomer 1, now tie breaker will automatically trip. See, this tie breaker automatically trip because we put in tie breaker option, that's why, okay. Now this incomer 1 ATS we check. Now incomer 2 ATS we will check. Now we will make power loss for incomer 2, okay. Bye. Now make power loss for incomer 2. Incomer 2 off. Now incomer 2 off. Now incomer 2 breaker will trip and bus tie will close automatically. Now this bus tie will not close automatically because we forgot to put this in auto mode, okay. Now we have to put in auto mode, okay. So before that we will make this preparation again one more time, okay. So now give supply for incomer 2, okay. Okay. Now I will make normal condition. So now I will put in auto mode, okay. So see here, now in auto mode, and incomer 1 on condition, incomer 2 on condition, bus tie open condition. Now I will make power loss for incomer 2 by incomer 2 power loss off, incomer 2 off, okay. Now incomer 2 breaker will trip and tie breaker will close automatically, okay. Now incomer 1 supply will go to incomer 2 through bus tie, okay. This is ATS function. Now again we have to go to relay and we have to put in manual mode, and again this trip selector switch we put in tie breaker, okay. See here, we put in tie breaker, okay. So now we will make power supply for incomer 2 by incomer 2 supply on, okay. Now incomer 2 we give power supply to incomer 2, okay. Now again we have to go to manual mode. Everything here we have to cross check whether it is in manual mode or not. Then we have to put in tie breaker. Now we will close the incomer 2, tie will open automatically, okay. By incomer 2 on, close breaker close, okay. Now incomer 2 close. Now tie will trip automatically, okay. So this is ATS function, okay. Now let us understand about what is trip selector switch, okay. See, this is manual transfer trip selector switch. In this, as I already told, in which mode we are putting, that breaker will trip, okay. This will function only in manual mode, okay. So see here, now incomer 1 and 2 is in on condition. Incomer 1, incomer 2 is on condition. Trip selector switch in tie breaker. So now what we will do, we will put in incomer 2, okay. Now I will close this incomer Now I will close this bus tie. Incomer 2 will trip because we put trip selector switch in incomer 2. By close this. See here. Now tie breaker close. Incomer 2 will trip. Now incomer 2 automatically trip. Okay. Now I will put this trip selector switch in incomer 1. Okay. Now I will close the incomer 2 breaker. Incomer 1 will trip automatically. Okay. Incomer 2 close. Okay. Now incomer 1 will trip automatically. Okay. Okay. See. Now I will put this in tie. I will put in middle mode. Okay. That is for tie breaker. Okay. Now I close this incomer 1. Tie breaker will automatically trip. See. Okay. By this one close. Okay. Now tie breaker will automatically trip. Okay, this is how we have to check the ATS. I think I have to tell one thing. So before you perform this ATS function, you have to check this what is your VT ratio. See here, my VT ratio is 480 by 120 volt. That is primary is 480 volt. This switchgear is 480 volt, but I am giving 380 volt, correct? So if you give 380 volt, this scheme you cannot be function. This scheme will not be checked correctly. So you have to make correction in relay because your relay will be programmed for 480 volt. You have to make this sync check for 380 volt. Okay. If you make that one, then this function will be, you can check it. Okay. So this is how ATS function have to check. Okay. So anything else, what else you can check it. So ATS function, that's all. If you want to check this scheme, please tell in comment, we will check in scheme also. We will put one video for scheme also. Okay. You have to check this lockout relay, how it is performing lockout relay, and this fast tripping relay. This also you can check it. Okay. So please comment. You have to one more video for we have to upload it for scheme check. We will put it. Okay. So this is how ATS function. So now ATS function is completed. Okay. Thank you.